All right, I hear the planet Mercury is on the move. It better not be going backwards.
No, good Lord. It's just now trying to catch up to the sun because it had been behind the sun. So
Okay.
on Valentine's Day, Mercury went into Aquarius, and then Venus joins it in Aquarius on Wednesday. So lots of Aquarius stuff going on. And I thought people would want to know what that means to them because Mercury is where you communicate, where you start things, and Venus is the planet of love where you attract things. So for Aquarians, they're in the love. That's the really cool thing. They're going to start feeling the love in every sense of the word. And Aquarians have been sort of held back a bit with Mercury being behind their sun and not really said or not really let their personality come out or not really, they've been holding back for some reason. Well, that all ends. As a result, they will genuinely feel the love from both one-to-one relationships and professional relationships as well. So very cool time to be an Aquarian. For Pisces, not so much. Time to take a step back and take a look at the things that you've done over the last year. And you'll get some help from behind the scenes, which is very cool because Pisces normally look for help and don't get it, but this time they actually get it from somebody who can actually make a difference in what it is that's going on for them. So that is very cool. For Aries, it is in their 11th house of hopes, wishes, goals, and objectives, and through the help of their well-placed male friends. And they need to ask their male friends for their help, but through the group is where the Aries will get its wants and needs met. So that's a very cool thing. It's like reach for the brass ring and you can actually get it. For Taurus, 10th house of career and public standing. So they have been awaiting some kind of word about what's going on with their jobs, what's going on professionally. They haven't really gotten it yet. Well, it comes down in the next 3 weeks or so, and it's likely to be very favorable for the Taurus. So, and they get help from somebody in a higher position, actually recommends them for the job. So they don't have to worry about the direct supervisor. It's the one above them that will help them out, which is very cool. For Geminis, legal matters, educational matters, important matters at a distance, contracts, negotiations, all go very, very favorably. And they finally get the answer they've been asking about some sort of legal issue. For Cancers, 8th house of other people's money. This is a very good time for Cancer to take a step back to review all of their finances, not only the resources that are theirs, but the resources that they share with other people, because they may find that there's a resource they have sort of overlooked, and they need to bring it back into the fold, and the money gods smile on Cancers. For Leos, 7th house of open enemies, of partnerships, of public image, and Leo has felt that somebody had been working behind the scenes against them for a year or two, and they find out who that is, and more importantly, find out that they have no power to do anything to the Leo, that it's sort of, it ends up being a moot point, that the Leo ends up smelling like a rose, looking a lot better, getting a lot more positive press out of it as a result. For Virgos, it's in their 6th house of work and service and responsibilities. And Virgos have to be very careful because they're about to create a new job for themselves through their words. And they'll be in like casual conversation with friends or colleagues, and the next thing they know, they'll have a new full-time job, and it'll be really cool for them. And they may be able to find a way to take advantage of new communications to make that all flow easily for the Virgo. For Libra, 5th house of love affairs, children, sports, amusements, pleasures, anything that's fun, anything recreational is what the Libra wants. And the Libra, if they're single, they can attract someone over the next 4 weeks that by the fall can turn into a very substantial relationship. And if they're married, that goes very well. And excellent time with children and loved ones. It's a fun time to be a Libra. For Scorpios, not so much. They are going into sort of, I don't want to say a dark night of their soul, but 3 weeks of a great amount of introspection and looking into the core of their being to see what is it they really, really want. And do they really want this responsibility that's going to go along with it? So, and that's the hardest thing to do, is take a real hard look at yourself. For Sagittarians, 3rd house of day-to-day living. The pace of their day-to-day living is about to pick up to near warp speed. There's places to go, people to see, things to do, people to talk to, agreements to be made, lots of short distance, lots of short duration travel. Take someone young and fun with you along for the ride. For Capricorns, 2nd house of money. Capricorns are trying really hard to figure out how can they make more money. They have more than one opportunity to do that. And the challenge is sorting through those opportunities to figure out which one is the real deal and which one is just kind of blue sky thing. But at the end of the month, they should have more money than month, which is a very cool thing. So that's what's going on for we started in Aquarius, right? Yes. So that's what's going on for the 12 signs of the zodiac with Mercury and Venus in Aquarius.
Sounds like a good move.
It is a good move. It's a good time.
We'll see you next week.
Always a pleasure.